example, I did marketing and I can't sell myself. I can't sell anything to serve myself. My name is Faith Ntuli, and I think here because I think I'm passionate about what has been covered, being a South African and wanting to see South Africa prosper. And that is the reason I'm here and see how best I can contribute in making this a success. It's quite amazing because it's rare to be in a room where you've got people that have one purpose and purpose to see South Africa prosper. I mean, as a South African, we're having a lot of challenges. We're dealing with, daily challenges that we think someone needs to solve it. But here we are, where individuals are coming together and saying, even I as an individual, if I put up my hand, if I, raise my voice, as a collective, we can do something, we can make a change. So I think that it was an eye-opener for me to be here. I mean, the takeaway is, what is your more? I mean, as a collective or as an individual, when you think, what is your purpose? What is your contribution? Are you going to sit on the corner and complain? Or are you going to stand up and actually start doing something which will replicate so that we see the better South Africa in future? I think we need to involve youth. They need to be involved. I mean, if you look back, this whole, if you look back into the history, it was the youth that decided to stand up. Yes, our parents, they had their own thing that they were doing, and it was working. I mean, it was known outside South Africa. But it was that one day on the 16th of June that someone decided to mobilize the youth, and the change came by. So I'm saying to the youth now, don't look up to us as leaders because we've got our own flaws. Come together with us, give us ideas. Because you are very young, you are energetic, you can innovate. You can lead us in these discussions and tell us how you would like to see, South Africa in the future. So together with our wisdom, I'm sure we can come up with something. I wouldn't encourage the youth to go. South Africa is a beautiful country. It's how we come together, the young and the old, to ensure that we leave this country as a better place for our kids. And I always say, sometimes we don't balance the scale. We talk about youth separately, we talk about, adults separately. Sometimes even go to a girl child, and I always say, what about the boy child? I mean, we've got a lot of ill social ills around, gender-based violence. We complain, but are we taking the boy child on the journey? So there's quite a lot of conversation. So we should come to a room together and not have separate discussions. And once we come together and have one voice, South Africa will be a better place to live. I think if I look at our leaders everywhere, from whether private as well as public sector, we've got great leaders, also a bit aging leaders. Bring the young people into the journey. If it means, shadow the leaders. And that's how you create a great succession plan. That's why we find ourselves right now sitting with people that are over 80 and still sitting in certain positions because there was not, a proper succession plan. So engaging this youth, I mean, now they've, on the streets, if you go on the streets, it's youth. If you go to every party, it's like youth. Because we are not engaging enough, we're not inviting them into these conversations, into this room and give them opportunity to have the voice. And that's what I will do.